In my hand here is the AICOCO Smart Live Streamcam, and this webcam here has some advanced features, including a 2K video, and it has AI face tracking. So if I move around, this thing will move with me and track my face. But it doesn't have to. I can use gesture control to turn on and off that feature. I can also use a gesture to use the 2x zoom that's built into this thing. It has a noise canceling microphone. I'll get into the box, see how it looks and sounds, and check out those advanced features that's coming up on ThriftyAV. First things first, the folks at AICOCO sent over the Smart Live Streamcam as a review sample. I consider review samples to be on loan, so if they want this back, they can ask for it. I am not being paid for this review, and all opinions expressed in this video are my own. Now, I went over a pretty long feature set in that intro, but I haven't checked this out yet. This is still in the box. Let's get it out of the box, but first let's look at the outside of the box. The front of the box has a stylized brand name. This is the Smart Live Streamcam. It has the resolution and the frames per second, and it shows the rotation of 180 degrees here. The back has the exact model number, the barcodes, it's made in China, and the folks who make it in China. Okay, we have a little booklet here. Has some product information in multiple languages. Here is the unit itself. This foam packaging here is pretty stiff, and it feels like it will keep it safe. There's some protective plastic in front of that lens there. It says before use, loosen the clips in the direction shown, connect the data cable, and you are ready to use. And with the clips loosened, this is very, very loose. I assume that's going to be motor controls, and this feels very, very loose as well. There is a 1/4 inch 20 thread here, so you can hook this up to a tripod, or you can use this clamp to mount it on the edge of your monitor. I'm going to be using the tripod mount in my demonstration. And the hole over here will be the microphone. Let's keep digging here. Okay, we have the cable in here. The cable is USB-A on one side, USB-C on the other, and it is 1.5 meters long. So you need to be relatively close to your computer. And here is the USB-C connection on the camera. Nothing else in this box. Plugging in this camera, setting up a device, and the device is now ready. Using OBS Studio, the Smart Live Streamcam was detected. The camera was also detected using the Windows Camera app, and I see that they're putting a little watermark on the video. I want to see if I can remove that. I've switched over to the Smart Live Streamcam. This is what it looks like. This is what it sounds like. It's in its widest zoom setting. There's a window unit on the wall making noise, cooling off this room a little bit. I'm wondering how well the noise canceling on this camera cancels the noise of that window unit. Lighting is the same as I usually have it with my normal shoots, with 2 soft boxes set at, I think, 5500K color temperature, and then a daylight bulb, LED bulb as a backlight. You don't normally see that because my shot's a little bit tilted up a little more compared to how I normally shoot things. Now, right now, I do not have face tracking on. There are 3 hand gestures that you will need to learn if you want to control this device. The first one is the OK symbol. Now, that turned on face tracking. So when I go this way, it tracked me this way. And when I go this way, it's tracking me over here. And it'll keep my face pretty much in the center, maybe center up a little bit, which is good because I don't want too much headroom up here. But it's going to stay pretty much in the center. If I do this, it's tilting up, and if I go down here, it's tilting down. So it's keeping my face centered up, which is something that's generally desirable with a webcam. Now, I might want to zoom in on myself a little bit. I might not want the full width of the frame, And the hand gesture for that is an L here. And there's two zoom settings. This is zoomed in all the way, which might be a little bit too zoomed in. Let's back up a little bit. That is the medium zoom setting, which is pretty good. I like this zoom setting for a webcam. And then let's go back all the way. When I zoomed in, it zoomed the watermark out of frame, but there's another way to turn off that watermark. If I use this hand gesture, which turns off the face tracking, if I hold that same gesture up for 5 seconds, let's see if the watermark goes away, and the watermark went away. So if you don't want that watermark, use the stop face tracking hand gesture for 5 seconds. I believe it might turn the watermark back on again too. And there it goes. The watermark's back on again. Now, if I want to go back to where it tracks my face, I'll do the OK. And it was quick. I didn't have to hold that OK long in order to do that. Let's do the zoom in. Let's do the zoomed in all the way and see how the face tracking works when I'm zoomed in all the way here. Now I'm going up and up. We'll see if it keeps following me. And it starts having a little trouble when I get up here. Let's go all the way down here. Let's kind of try to hide from it. Okay, so the up and down isn't working quite as well as the left and right on the face tracking. Oh, it lost it. I wonder if it thought I turned it off. Let's do this again. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's go down here. It's not tracking me down here very good. Let's go back up here. So this could be kind of fun. I don't really like it in the fully zoomed in mode. So let's zoom this thing out a little bit. Let's go to the fully zoomed out. And there are 3 zoom settings as you just saw. For comparison, I've hooked up my Logitech C920 Pro webcam. Of course, this is 1080p, not 4K, and it doesn't have any face tracking or anything like that, but it does have true autofocus. I'm comparing the way this looks and sounds to how the StreamCam looked and sounded. If you are looking for a face tracking webcam, then the AICOCO Smart Live Streamcam will certainly do that. Face tracking was quite effective, panning left and right, and even better than what I demonstrated. That thing has a full 180-degree rotation on the panning. As far as the tilting up and down, that was a little bit more limited on the face tracking, being able to tilt up or down. But not everything about this camera is wonderful. The focus on my face was a little bit soft, and I attribute that to the camera having what's called a fixed focus, where there's a sweet spot, and my face was not in that sweet spot. It was a little bit too close to the camera, and stuff that was behind me in the background, those were in sharp focus for the 2K resolution. This is especially disappointing with a 2K camera to have a fixed focus. They should consider putting a true autofocus in this camera. The zoom was obviously digital. When I was zoomed in all the way, the focus even became softer. So that's going to be an issue with the digital zoom. If folks spend this much money on a webcam, they probably don't want a watermark with the branding of the webcam in the corner. Or if they do, they probably want the default on it to be off, not on. This is something I think they should consider at AICOCO for future firmware upgrades. The audio from the built-in microphone on this webcam was rather weak. That's a situation I've experienced with pretty much every webcam. I recommend using an external USB microphone in conjunction with a webcam to help remedy the weak audio of webcams. Now, if face tracking is a feature that you really want, this camera does the face tracking well. So there's links in the description if you want to pick this camera up. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Thank you to my patrons for supporting this channel, and remember, stay thrifty, everyone.